Recently, the Warden has received a rebalance, changing its stats, so today I'll be going over the stats to see if the Warden's actually any good now. First, the Warden's placement limit was decreased from 20 to 15, not much of a nerf, but it's still important to point out. Now at level 0, the Warden has received some significant changes. First, the placement cost was increased from 500 to 1000, the damage was increased from 5 to 6, and the critical damage was increased from 5 to 9, and the fire rate is decreased from 1.108 seconds to 0.558 seconds. Overall, the Warden's DPS was increased from 4.51 to 12.54 DPS, almost triple the original DPS. This increases the Warden's cost efficiency from $110 per DPS to now $79 per DPS. At level 1, the upgrade cost was increased from $250 to now $400, costing a total of $1,400, and the Warden gains hidden detection on this level, while the damage stays the same at 8 damage. The critical damage is increased from 8 to 12, and the fire rate is decreased from 0.908 to 558. And the range is increased from 5 to 6. The Warden now deals 16.71 DPS compared to the old DPS of 8.81 DPS. This increases the Warden's cost efficiency from $85 per DPS to now $83 per DPS. A small difference, but still a buff. At level 2, the upgrade cost is $1,250, but the total price is $2,250. The damage of the Warden is increased from 12 to 18, and the critical damage is now 27 instead of 12. The fire rate is decreased from 0.808 to 0.758 DPS, and the shock time is increased from 1 second to 2 seconds. Overall increase in the Warden's DPS from 14.85 DPS to 27.7 DPS. This increases the Warden's level 2 cost efficiency from $134 per DPS to now $95 per DPS. At level 3, the upgrade cost was decreased from $5,000 to $4,500. While the damage stays the same at 40, the critical damage is increased from 40 to 60. The fire rate is decreased from 0.808 to 0.758, and the range is increased from 6 to 7. The shock time is increased from 1.5 seconds to 2 seconds, and the Warden's stun locks on every hit now instead of every third hit. And it now has lead detection, increasing Warden's DPS from 49.5 DPS to now 61.57 DPS. The level 3 Warden cost efficiency is increased from $141 per DPS to now $116 per DPS. And finally, at max level, the upgrade cost was increased from $14,500 to $15,000 now. The damage is increased from 100 to 115, and the critical damage is now increased from 100 to 173 damage. The fire rate is decreased from 0.808 to 0.758, and the shock time is now 2.5 seconds instead of 2 seconds, increasing the Warden's final DPS from 123.76 to now 177.22 DPS. The max level Warden's cost efficiency is increased from $173 per DPS to now $124. Overall, even with the lower placement limit of 15 max Wardens deal 2,658 DPS compared to the old max of 20 Wardens dealing 2,475 DPS. So overall, the Warden does significantly more damage now, and the faster fire rate allows it to stun a lot more, making the Warden significantly better, which is why I personally ranked the Warden in A tier. Anyways, that's it for the Warden Showcase. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing, but anyways, see ya.